Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Beredo. It's Wednesday, which means it's brand new comic book day. New comics are hitting the shelves all across the world. Digitally, physically, it's like the best day of the week because it's new comic book day. Marvel's hooked us up with one of their numerous trades that are coming out today. This is Spider-Man Miles Morales, Volume 3 of the series. It collects issues 15 to 21. From writer Brian Michael Bendis and artist Szymon Kudranski, Oscar Bazaldua, Nico Leone, Justin Ponsor, Jason Keith, and Rain Beredo. Basically, Miles' life has been turned upside down, but it's also impacted his father, and they've been lying to his mother, and this it's an interesting volume in that it transitions from the action from before, where there's a lot of revelations and some twists and turns, to kind of a more grounded story that focuses on Miles, and then Miles' choices as Spider-Man and his life as a whole. Basically, can he be Miles Morales and Spider-Man at the same time? It's actually kind of like that grounded story that I think a lot of classic Spider-Man comics do really, really well. And this is no exception in that. You know, Miles' father is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., which has been revealed, who's been kind of working to protect his son. And, you know, he was one, got pulled back in to protect his son. They've been lying to his mother. This has the reveal to the mother. Of course, she doesn't take it very well. There's him with Genki trying to deal with that life. You've got Gold Balls is in it. There's all kinds of happen. Like they get tied up into Hammerhead and Black Cat, and it's a good story. It basically has got some action, some ramifications, some actual like negative things that happen due to choices, which is really good. It's not like this super giant, crazy battle that gets out of hand with like big giant supervillains. It's kind of more like low key against Hammerhead for the most part, and him trying to balance this and also be a kid at the same time. So that I loved. I absolutely loved. There is a story in the back where he like runs away and goes to Japan. That feels a little out of place since so much of it was grounded before. But it's still like it's an entertaining story for the most part. I enjoyed it. It's got its moments. There's some solid humor, and I think that's what Brian Michael Bendis has done really, really well as far as the character is. He seems to be mining classic Spider-Man stories. You know, the strongest Spider-Man is when it focuses on the impact of being a superhero and his life, and here he continues that. He that's the focus. He doesn't try to make it some big giant battle. This is a kid trying to balance life of being a kid, a student, a son, and a superhero, as well as being like a friend and dealing with relationships and all that. So all that is absolutely fantastic. The art, I generally love the art. I think there's some issues with Miles looking a little bit older than he is. So there's like some inconsistencies there. I think he's supposed to be like 14 years old, but he seems to be like way taller than a 14-year-old. Like that seems a little bit, unless his father's short, which is a possibility. So I think that throws me off a little bit, but then again, I'm not around tons of like 14-year-olds, so this is just kind of my observation and of like what I would expect, basically. So I think like the characters seem to be like aged up a little bit as far as the style, but that's really about it when it comes to my complaints. The art though is good. Like, it's enjoyable, it's entertaining. There is a weirdness in that the art keeps on kind of like flipping through some styles and scenes. So we've got scenes like this, dark, kind of like I'm trying to think of who, Alex Maleev maybe a little bit kind of is what it reminds me of. But then you get this, which is feel like a kind of a different style. It doesn't quite look the same. So, you know, the art's, while generally really, really good, at times, at least in the beginning, doesn't quite feel consistent, going back to these scenes. So, as far as art, that's my only knock. Like, I like it. As far as extras, there's not a whole lot here. We got covers for the issues, so, you know, covers, and then there is like one variant in the back. I think it's just one. Let me double check. I'm gonna try not to ruin stuff. We got like one variant in the back. So yeah, I mean, this is good. Like, if you want kind of classic Peter Parker-ish stories of him being a teenager and a kid, this is the way to go. And you've got this great character, Miles Morales, I think one of the best new characters that have debuted in decades. He's gone huge, and, you know, here's his future, basically. So I would go get this. This is $19.99, a little bit pricey for I think it was like the 6 issues. Actually, it's actually not that bad with 6 issues. When it comes to, you really think about it, if they're like $4 a pop, but even $3 a pop, that's still not horribly off. So it's worth getting. I like it. That's it. Like, I'm a Spider-Man fan. I've enjoyed Spider-Man, you know, off and on for many, many years. This is well worth checking out. I think it's worth it. If you haven't gone and picked up Spider-Man or Miles Morales in a while, it's actually a pretty decent spot to start up. You don't need to know tons going into it, and it explains things really, really well. If you want to get this, it's out in comic shops now. We have a link beneath this. You put in your zip code, and it'll tell you if a shop's near you. If there's no shop near you, we've got some links beneath this. They're going to be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. But first and foremost, go support your local comic book shop. That is super important. Now, if you're into Marvel, if you're into Miles Morales, Spider-Man, comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're at Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Hit us up for, like, news, reviews, every day, 24 hours, every hour, we've got something new. So please go check this out. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Marvel again for hooking us up with this trade paperback. Until next time, as always, keep reading those comics, make my Marvel, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.